Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Jesse. Welcome back to my channel. I just want to say thank you for stopping in. This is going to be a quick little intro because my girl's using the living room. And I had to get this done so I could finish editing the video. But this is going to be for the Doctor Strange hot toy. Yeah, this back here is some busts. Some sideshow stuff going on. I actually have already opened the Doctor Strange. I had to film this after just because of how hectic my week got. Let me see if I could actually... Dark, just gave it a quick little flip. You got Doctor Strange actually sitting up there next to Boba Fett and the Iron Giant. BVS Superman. You got, I forget, it's not the Heartbreaker, but it's the one exactly like him, but that Iron Man special edition. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive right into this video. Alright, let's go ahead and peek right into this Doctor Strange we got right here. So check this out. I thought this is kind of cool. Box is closed like this. You twist it just a little bit. And we get a glimpse into the box of Doctor Strange. Anyway, that's not how we're going to open them. We got to open them from the top. Alright, let's go ahead and... As cool of a box as it is, I don't think I'll be keeping it. I kind of only keep some of my Batman boxes. And that's if. I keep most of the DX boxes, but... I mean, I ain't got room for boxes. Even if I had unlimited room, I don't think I'd have room for boxes. I know that sounds a little weird. Wow, he has got a heavy bottom part. So right up here we got the figure. He's got the Eye of Agamotto, or was that? I don't know. It's been a little bit since I've seen this movie, but I would like a refresher course. We got some fucking fucked up hands in here where he's got his scars all over him. That's badass. So, as I was saying earlier, Doctor Strange was basically my favorite Marvel movie of whichever phase we're in at this point. I enjoyed the hell out of Doctor Strange. I loved it. I love Marvel. I know I haven't done very many unboxings of Marvel figures, but I haven't bought a lot of the latest Marvel figures. I used to collect all of them. Every Captain America, every Thor. And then I don't know, just kind of fell off it a little bit. But when this Doctor Strange was coming out, had to get him. Look at this. This is badass. Here's how we hook his spells up. Hook his little sling ring under his belt. Very cool. Very cool. The Eye of Agamotto. I knew I was close. Cloak of Levity. Hooks on, it's magnetic. Complete as shown. Alright, let's get this Doctor Strange base out. Let's go ahead and pop this open. I like to get the bases out first because we need a place to put them on eventually here. Alright. Damn, it's a beautiful base. These bases are fucking huge though. They are very unforgiving if you like to put your toys in D-tops. I mean, I have a bunch of figures that have these bases. Look at this right here. It's got a piece of clear little tape on it. I'll take that off later. But Doctor Strange, it's very cool, very cool. Got a little bit shiny. It's not just this, like printed on it feels. It's plastic, some smooth, some got a little texture. Very nice base though, very nice. I love them. They're beautiful. They're just a little hard to put into D-tops. Not complaining. Here we go. We got a display stand. The only weird part is too though, is some of the toys all have to stand at the very back of their base because of the way it's set up. Like, I mean, they stand at the very back of their base. Instead of utilizing all that space they already have, they stand at the very back. I think what would have been a great idea is how the Iron Man, a lot of them come with those really bendable type pulls. Maybe something like that to hook up to some of these. I'll have to get a screwdriver and tighten this up a little bit. They still doing it the same? Yeah, they're still doing it the same. Alright. His Cloak of Levity. This thing. Look at this thing. This thing is beautiful. I guess. I mean, it is beautiful, but kind of ugly, right? I'm sure that's how it looks. That's dope. Very dope. Here's the outside of it. Very cool. Very cool. As it stands as of now, possibly behind Iron Man and maybe Winter Soldier and the first Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange is probably one of my favorite Marvel movies that have come out in a long time. I don't really get into the Marvel versus DC arguments. I feel like I love them both, and it's so weird that people have they've made it political. You're either DC or Marvel, and you hate one or the other, and the MCU's doing this and that, and DCU just this and that. Everyone says the Marvel universe is absolutely the best, and DC can't get their shit together. I enjoy DC, and I think Marvel has had some lacking movies as of late, so I'm not going to get into it though. I enjoy them. I just did not find Guardians of the Galaxy 2 to be as funny as everyone else. It had jokes that fell flat constantly. Drax was funny in the first one because he wasn't really meant to be funny, and then in this one they just, oh, my nipples, I don't know. It is what it is. Moving on. I mean, if you love Marvel and you loved Guardians of the Galaxy 2, that's great, man. You got an opinion, I got one. There's no reason to argue over something like that. Here we go. Check this out. Oh, that is badass. Kind of feel like, is this the right hand for the job? I think so. They hook in it. Probably. Just that one finger doesn't quite go in. Maybe that's how he'd hold it. Very cool. Very, very cool. So, we know how these spells are going to work. He's going to be badass. Setting up how he's supposed to. This hand's got the same. Just make sure. A little harder to get that one in, but let me go ahead and show you this detail on this thing. Where am I at? Right here. Look at this thing. This is where his hands are going to go in. They fit right in here into these little flame looking holders. You gotta finesse them in, but they fit in there. Much like this one right here. And it stays in. Let's go ahead and take a look at these hands though. I think this is what's badass. Look at this hand. You see all these little scars? And where he had all those little surgeries on him after he couldn't use them anymore. Looks like he's bleeding a little bit right there. I don't know if that's meant to be that way. Probably not. Anyway, some more of his little hands. Very good detail. Very cool. His cloak too. Check this out. Look at all this detail right here on the back. The inside. Very silkeny. Got these little magnetic strips that are going to clip it right into him. Very cool. This is his little time spell. More spots to put his fingers. Oh shit. Whoops. Totally dropped that. It's going to go around his wrist. This is so cool. This is why the minute I got out of the theater from seeing Doctor Strange, I pre-ordered this figure and never looked back. I think he is so sick. Got this book right here. Holy crap. If this book opens, which it does, geez. Wow, Hot Toys, look at this. This is badass. These are all little pages. And yeah, the pages all kind of look alike in a way. They don't, though. Wow. Every couple pages, I guess, is the same. But still, who else is doing that? That is dope. Alright, let's go ahead and check out these. Here's the eye. And the Eye of Agamotto and the sling rings. Very cool. We got one open. The one that's closed. Basically, the spells of time. And I'll tell you this. I'm not even going to pretend like I know anything about Doctor Strange. Don't know shit about the comic Doctor Strange. I know more about Dr. Orpheus from the Venture Brothers than Doctor Strange. I absolutely love the Venture Brothers. Oh, look at this. Stephen Strange. Very cool. Very, very cool. But see, what people got to start understanding is we're all fighting. You've never read a comic. This is the MCU. This is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Anybody can enjoy it, and that's the fun part about it. The movies. Anybody can enjoy these movies. You don't have to have read every single book in order to enjoy a movie like these. I mean, if you have, that's great, man, and I hope they're doing your character justice, but ultimately we have no power over what they end up doing with their movie. I mean, we all put in our inputs and things happen based around that and such, so we do sort of have power, but you'll always see someone complaining about something that happened in a movie. Oh yeah, well, they didn't get this right, they didn't get that right. Well, man, we'd go back to the time when there was no superhero movies. I mean, I know it's good to have something done right, then, you know, it's better to be done right or not at all, sort of thing. I mean, how many Batmans have we had? We had Batman Forever, that was okay, and Batman Robin, that was just terrible, but I still watch it. I enjoyed it as a child, and I still enjoy it. I know it's bad, though, so check these out. It's pretty cool. It's all pleated up. He's got, yeah, kind of a wire in it. Hold it. His clothes are very cool. Very cool. I mean, look at all this. Going around his boots. Hooking right into the boot. Let me go ahead and cut this other piece off. God, they make some of this stuff so hard to get out of here. I understand it, though. Alright. Here we go. He's coming along. Look at this. We got Stephen Strange coming along. Alright, so we get some different looking spell hands. This one looks like he's trying to get in there or something. Got a kind of grippy hand. And this more like a sling ring type hand where he's opening the portal. That's badass. Alright, got some extra pegs. He came with a backdrop too. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. Eye of Agamotto. So I would assume you'd want him to wear the one where it's closed when he's not using that spell, and then switch it when he is. Very cool. Very cool accessory. Let's go ahead and try to pop this. The Cloak of Levity, I believe it was called, right? Anyone feel free to correct me on it. Oh, wow. It is magnetic, but it almost wouldn't even need to be. It almost just fits on him perfectly. To a point. Oh, this is cool. Now this is a dope hot toy. I mean, they're all dope, but I haven't opened one that was so different in a while. This is very cool. His sling ring. Let me go ahead and bring this up. It's got a little detail. Where fingers go. Very cool. Very cool stuff indeed. Wow, he is just all around. This is a badass hot toy. I don't even... We're gonna have to get him up in some poses. Maybe have him levitating, as it would be. Alright, let's go ahead and pose this guy up. Alright. We're going to go ahead and pop his cape off, and we're going to change this Eye of Agamotto, or Agamotto, or whatever it was. I like the open one much better. Let's go ahead and pop that on him. I just took off the hand a second ago, and it was actually very easy to do so, which is a good thing. So let's go ahead. I was looking at the instructions just now, and you actually put his sling rings on him. One of them will hook right down here. Let me see. I want to make sure to do this right. I don't want to lose any of them. These things are tiny. Wow, they really want it just to hang in there like that. Alright. Let's pop it right into this little loop right down here. Alright, it's in. Yes, that's safe. Maybe if you don't move him too much or something. Let's see, the other sling ring does the same thing. Right here. That one does not want to just go right in there. Oh, you know what? I forgot that these two are slightly different. Who knows? Maybe they're not. But these loops are just about the exact same. Let me go ahead and set them down here real quick. Alright. Got it on him. Okay. So, let's see, which hand? He uses the right hand for his time spell. Let's go ahead. Let's see what I got here. Oh, we'll put one of these cool little hands on him. One of these dynamic little hands. The fists are just so boring, especially for this Doctor Strange. I mean, you want to have him doing some spells of some kind, right? Alright. Let's see here. We're going to put the time spell on him real quick. So, what it's saying... Oh, shit. My bad. Oh, see how quick and easy that came out? That thing just slides right out. Which is probably good because you'll probably want to be changing his hands often. Alright. We'll put his left dynamic hand in. We need an open one for the right hand. Alright. The open one is going to hold his spells right here, these little shield things he used, and his little time spell, if I'm saying that right. It's been a little while since I've seen the movie. But okay, we're going to take this one. We're going to put this one up his arm just a little bit. Fits pretty nicely. How far do they want us to... I guess a little ways up there, right? Yep, right about right there where it stops. Oh. Let's put this one around the wrist. Alright, that fits on there pretty okay. Let's put his hand in and then we'll sort it out just a little bit. Alright, there we go. And now let's go ahead. We're going to put these two fingers right on there. How exactly? Oh, that makes sense. Maybe. So I guess they want this to just kind of hang on his hand right there. On these fingers. I feel like it's supposed to hide completely behind this hand though. Let's see. Yeah? No? That's where it wants it. I feel like his thumb isn't supposed to be showing though. I feel like his thumb should slip behind it. Maybe slip these down a little bit. Oh. All right. Let's try this again. Set him down. So you can see I'm having a little bit of a hard time with this. You know, I think the Resident Evil 5 figures they came out with a long time ago was some of the hardest toys I've ever had to put together. Those little pouches and stuff they wanted you to put on them, it was insane. None of it worked exactly how they wanted it. It all did, but it took forever. You know, I was pretty stoked about this time spell. Maybe I'm just having problems here with it. Maybe it's just because I want it to be, like I want it to work right. And it I don't like how his thumb sticks out. I feel like his thumb is supposed to be hidden behind it. Huh. I don't know. Here, let's go ahead. We'll try this out. I might have to mess with them later. Really try to get this in there good. If you guys have any tips for it, let me know. Direct me to your videos. I'll check them out. Let's go ahead and put one of these on him. Now these, I like these because they literally fit right. They have a spot for every finger. There ain't no mistaking where this goes. There we go. You can see how he just straight up holds that on there. Let's see here. Oh, wow, his hand is just coming off way too easy now. Maybe I got some fabric in between his hand and him. Or I think that's just how this is. It's a little embarrassing that it keeps falling off like this. For me, not anyone else. Alright, I got it up there now. I'm gonna have to use like some tweezers, get this fabric back out around his hand. Alright, let's pick this spell back up. Let's go ahead and get that on him. You know, the one thing I did notice is his cloak of levitation over here, or levity, whatever. His collar is a lot shorter than in all of the prototype photos. It's kind of weird that they did that. I think the big one looked cool. Sometimes it's a bummer that the prototypes look so cool and then they come around, they change these little things about them, and it's just little things that you wanted, you know? Let's go ahead, let's take a look at him. Oh, he is definitely cool. Let's go ahead and... His cape has that wire in it again. You can mess with it. Give some really dynamic type action. Oof, that hand is going to drive me nuts. Maybe it's just this one's joint. I don't know. Let's give it a check. Look at that. The hand stayed in the spell piece, though. That's pretty cool. The green one, it wouldn't even go on there correctly. Alright. How would he look pretty cool? Let's see. Let me work with him here for just a second. Maybe something a little like this, just for the video. We'll get him propped up. If you'd like to see him later on, check out my Instagram. I'm at Wind, WIND 720. I'll definitely be taking some photos of this guy eventually. But we'll do that for now. Let me go ahead and move some of this stuff over real quick. I'll end up messing some more with this time spell. Maybe even with this hand. Keeps falling off. Let me go ahead here and open up this backdrop though. We'll take a look at him with it. Alright, let's move him center stage. Let's go ahead and pop this up behind him. Very cool backdrop. I do dig it. I like that they include these, even though sometimes my shelving does not have room for these, I guess you could say. Once we end up moving to our bigger location, I will definitely include all of these backdrops, because I think they're awesome. Alright, let's pop him up on here just a little bit. I guess when he's really high like this, you can't really even tell what the backdrop is. Whoops. Here, let me move him out of the way real quick. Here's his backdrop. I guess if we had him posed on his feet, you could see it better. But I want him levitating. I think he looks cool. Every time I think of Doctor Strange, I really kind of think of him flying. I don't know. Maybe just because he's always flying on the covers. But let's go ahead and get a quick look at this guy. From his boots on up. His spells are very detailed. They're very cool. There's his sling rings. He's got 2 of them. To inside of his cape. To his scarred hands here. Very cool. Let's take a look at this portrait. Very nice, very nice. Let's center his eye of Agamotto real quick. There we go. Very cool. Look at that guy. Let's go ahead and turn him around here real quick so we can see the back of him. Very cool. Very cool. Well, this is going to conclude my opening of Doctor Strange, the hot toy. Very cool figure. I'm going to just have to work more with his hands a little bit. These are held on again. These little fire tips where his hands fit in them. I'll show you the back of this time spell. See how his fingers were just not fitting in them. And I don't know. I'll have to get it. I'll have to mess with it, get it to work. Here's a quick close little detail of it. The book again, the book is badass. Maybe I'll have to get this in there, have him reading out of it, whoops, or something. But again, here's his accessories, just a bunch of hands, his time spell, an extra eye that's closed. Very cool base. Very cool figure. And that's about all I got for today. Thank you guys for tuning in again. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and click the subscribe. Let me know. And keep on buying toys, guys. Keep on buying those toys.